We have heard a lot about nation, emphasizing the Naga nation, the Naga sovereignty and whatnot. But what is nation and what is the notion of nation in relationship with the people of Naga? Why do we even have to fight for the word so-called nation? Is it really worth standing for the nation claims by the people of Naga? If say so yes, then what is nation? Well, the word nation originates from the Latin word natio, which means birth or place of origin, which is in fact the idea of nation implies a common blood relationship. According to Oxford Dictionary, I want you to listen to this very carefully. A nation is a large body of people united by common descent, history, culture, language, and inhabiting a particular territory, and organized an independent government which controls a specific geographical area. Nation formation can be of two types. Politically based nation, which is formed by multiple ethnic groups coming together, for example, India. And the second one is ethnically based nation, which is formed by single ethnic groups, example, Japan. And now, owing to the present scenario of struggle for Naga independence, it is observed that Nagalim is one undeniable nation formed by single ethnic group. Now my question is, who are we? Are we Indians? Or are we Burmese? Or are we a lost tribe suddenly uprising for a full-fledged nation from nowhere? Even the smallest ant species has their territory. They fight against others ant species that tries to intrude in their territory. Likewise, every bigger organisms mark their territory, which is why it is by God's given nature that even human species has that instinct to guard the land, to control and rule their territories. In fact, we are absolutely another sovereign state, governing our own land even before the arrival of the British in India. You bought an acre of land, you demarcated the boundary well defined. Few days later, unknown men come into your land and started cultivating in your land. How are you going to react? That is how the refugees are doing. But the story is quite different here with colonizers. We were never under their land or under their controls like a refugee. Rather, we have had our own land, our own culture, our own history, well separated from them since time immemorial. That is how we are, and we were a very unique nation from time being. That is why Avakar says, we have every right of having our own constitutions. We have every right of having our own flag. We cannot ask for permission from Indians as we are the master of ourselves. If I ask you to choose between renter of the house and tenants to the house, I believe every one of us will go to renter. No matter how strict or how shabby the house is, it is always better to be the master of the house than to be a tenant. In that way, you are sovereign over the house. Your hard-earned victory over the house is a blessing to you, and moreover, it is a blessing for your offspring. Similarly, a nation is a house for a group of people by common descent. My dear friends, how I want to conclude it with is, we have been plundered, we have been betrayed, deceived, insulted, and abused right in front of the eye of our motherland. And if we do not fight back for our right, then who are we? That is the reason why thousands of Naga heroes have selflessly sacrificed their life just to mark the uniqueness of Naga nation with their blood. We are fighting not because we want which is not ours. We are fighting because others are taking away our nationhood rights. It is our time to take the stand. Lastly but not least, nation cannot exist by itself. Nation is built. And building a nation requires your education, your knowledge, your wisdom, your talents and skills, your determination, your courage, your prayer, and most importantly, your contribution. You are exactly the kind of person needed by our nation. Good night.